Hello there. Have you been? Hey Ryan, it's been a while. By the way, what's this important news? Listen up. Believe it or not, your dear brother's finally getting married. No way, congratulations! My name is Cindy. I live with my husband Alex. We live quite a distance from our hometown within plane travel range, so we don't get to see our families often. So I got the news of Ryan's upcoming marriage over the phone. Is Alex doing well? If he's not, let me share my happy news with him. I'm sure it'll cheer him up. What's that all about? Well, I think he'll be happy. He's at work right now, so I'll tell him later. I appreciate it. Also, I wanted to check if you could possibly come back home this or next month. Is this about meeting your fiancé? Yes. You guys have the busiest jobs, don't you? That's why I was thinking about scheduling around your availability. Alex and I work in a specific field, where, although we mainly work from home, we hardly have any regular days off. Therefore, when situations like this arise, we usually work ahead to create some free time and plan accordingly. But, sorry Ryan, we're really busy with work at this time. If we can free up any time, it would probably not be until half a year from now. I see. What about the wedding? If you have a tentative date, I can make sure to be free that month. Well, we plan to do it in June, so about half a year from now. It might just coincide with when you're free. Well then, our first meeting could be at the wedding. But I'll talk to Alex. He might be able to make some time. Great. Let me know once you figure out your schedule. After hanging up with Ryan, I got back to work. About 2 hours later, Alex came out of his office and I stopped him. Hey Alex, I got a call from Ryan earlier. He's getting married. Really? That's wonderful. But he consulted me about wanting to meet sometime this month or next. You know how we're both really busy right now, right? So I told him it might be difficult. Yeah, these next couple of months might be tough. What about the wedding? He plans to have it about a half a year from now. We might be able to make that. Plus, you'll be around 7 months pregnant by then, right? Yeah. Actually, I was pregnant. I was not yet in the stable period. So, regardless of work, I was thinking of waiting until I got to that stable period. I might be overthinking it a bit, but still. Well, I'm sure Ryan understands. Oh, did I forget to tell Ryan about the pregnancy? What? You didn't tell him you're pregnant? Well, I told our parents, and I thought they would relay the message. I guess he doesn't know, since we didn't talk about it. You need to call him right now. Alright. Sure enough, Ryan was surprised to find out, as he didn't know. It seemed that our parents thought I had contacted him directly, so he told me again not to push myself. By the time 3 months had passed since receiving the call from Ryan, I had reached my stable period. Our baby was growing healthily inside of me, and everything was going well. And my work was proceeding faster than expected, and I was able to secure some days off. I think we might be able to come over next week. But what about your fiancé? She said it's okay when I checked. Oh, by the way, you might know Stacy, my fiancé. Stacy? Did I have a friend with that name? Well, you'll know when you see her, right? Despite hearing about his fiancé from my brother, Ryan, no one immediately comes to mind. However, since we're both from the same small town, I thought there might be some mutual friends. So I was looking forward to meeting his fiancé when I went back home. Then, on the day of my return, Ryan brought his fiancé to our family home. Nice to meet you! Ah, I knew it! You're Cindy, right? Do you remember me? I'm Stacy. Ah, Stacy, of course I remember you. As my brother said, his fiancée was indeed Stacy, my middle school classmate. But she wasn't a friend of mine. The reason was simple. She used to bully me back in middle school. She did unspeakable things, a lot. Cindy, what's wrong? No, it's just surprising to see you after such a long time. You haven't changed at all. You're still cute. Stacy then turned her smile towards me, and then her gaze moved to my belly. By the way, you're pregnant, aren't you? Congratulations! Can I touch your belly? Yeah? Stacy gently stroked my belly. I suddenly felt a chill run down my spine. Sensing my discomfort, Alex asked, Are you okay? Do you feel unwell? Why don't you lie down a bit? Are you okay? Yeah, sorry, I'll go lie down for a bit. I stood up and went to lie down on the bed upstairs. After about half an hour, I felt a bit better, so I decided to go back to the living room. There, I heard Stacy talking about me. Cindy was so cute in middle school, and she was really popular. She was popular? Alex will be jealous. Please stop it, Bill. I don't care about the past. But I'm glad Cindy is Ryan's sister. It's refreshing to have a classmate become a relative. The living room had a great atmosphere, but just hearing Stacy's voice made me irritated. Maybe I should just spill everything. Like the fact that I was never called cute, and what they used to call me back then. But seeing Ryan's happy face, I didn't want to say anything. Ah, Sydney, are you okay? Stacy, who noticed me entering the living room, quickly stood up and came over to me. Aw, sorry for making you worry. I'm fine now, thanks. I'm sorry too for not noticing. I've never seen this side of Stacy. That's why I decided to think that Stacy had also changed as she grown up. I didn't feel the need to make a scene here. A month passed, and Ryan and Stacy's wedding was just a week away. Alex and I managed to adjust our schedules so we could attend. My health was fine, and I had no problem flying. Then one night, I got an unexpected message. "Aw, sorry for calling so late. I got your number from Ryan." "Ah, I see. So, what's up?" "I just wanted to check something. Your husband Alex, he's not there, is he? I'd prefer if we could have a two-person conversation, if possible." I found her words unsettling, but with my husband asleep, I asked, "He's sleeping right now. But you said it's important?" Yes, it's really important." Stacy started to ramble on over the phone. "You know, I really think you shouldn't attend our wedding." "Wait, why not? You're not feeling well, right? So I'm saying you should take it easy. Anyway, that's what I think." "Hold on. We were just talking about me going home already. I'm feeling better now. You can't just spring this on me all of a sudden, huh?" What? You're not feeling well?" Right. Stacy's questioning hadn't changed since we were young. In that moment, I realized she hadn't changed at all. "I appreciate your concern, but I have to decline. I want to see my brother off as a sister. Let's just forget this conversation." Then Stacy let out a long sigh on the other end of the phone. "Look, you don't need to interfere. It's going to look bad. I'm just trying to be nice to you. Why can't you understand that?" She finally showed her true colors. Since middle school, I was picked on, being called a monster, instead of being called cute. I even remember being called a witch and being splashed with water and mocked. "You're weak to water, aren't you?" But I'm an adult now. I didn't want to be intimidated by such threats. "I'm going to report this to my brother. You're going to regret this." I didn't want to see my brother upset, but I thought this was the best decision. But then Stacy burst out laughing and said something outrageous. "If you can, why don't you tell him? Your dear brother will lose his job, though." "Wait, what do you mean? Ryan works at First Publishing, right? That's where my father works. This whole relationship came about because of my dad's recommendation." "What on earth? You can tell him if you want. Just be ready for him to lose his fiancée and his job." "What are you going to do?" "I understand. I'll accept your terms." I had no choice, but instead of accepting the condition that I won't attend the wedding, I made a proposal. "But I want to go home. If I suddenly say I'm not feeling well and can't come, it will look suspicious, and I want to congratulate my brother properly. That's okay, right?" "Well, you do have a point. Your husband is handsome, so it's more natural if he attends." "All right, you have my permission." Who does she think she is? I held back my indication and hung up the phone. At 11 o'clock at night, I quietly sobbed. From the next day on, I masked my sadness so as not to show Alex. Then I received a work-related call. Actually, I was planning to stay at my parents' house for about 3 days before the wedding day, during which I had arranged to have a meeting at their place. I had to attend no matter what, since I was going home anyway. And so, I returned to my parents' house the day before the wedding, and the day finally came. On the wedding day, I was at the wedding venue. Alex went to use the restroom, and I entered the venue slowly. Suddenly, "Hey, you! Why are you here?" Stacy approached me at the entrance of the wedding venue and whispered to me. She approached to me so as not to be noticed by others and whispered in my ear, "We didn't prepare a seat for the monster. Go home." At the moment when I thought her cruel whisper wasn't heard by anyone, "Teacher, Thank you for coming to my daughter's wedding today. Stacy's father greeted me with a smile. Stacy turned ashen when she saw this. Dad, you know each other? Hey Stacy, never mind that. What are you doing here? It's disgraceful for you to be here in your dress before the ceremony. I just peeped and saw Cindy was here, so... I'm sorry about my daughter. She can be a bit unsettled. No need to worry. We were classmates, so I understand. I returned the sentiment with a smile. Stacy was also smiling at me, but her eyes were not laughing. Is Alex here too? Yes, he is. He's just in the restroom. Really? Well, I'm glad to hear that our children are getting married. And we're becoming relatives. Both of you are our company's top creators. I'm proud of that. Oh, please don't flatter us. What does that mean, top creators? Don't you know? Cindy is a famous comic artist, known as Cindy Lim, and her husband is a famous mystery novelist, Mr. Alex Martin. What? I didn't know. We as a couple are thriving as creators. Unfortunately, we have so much work that it's hard to take days off. Stacy, understanding the situation and the relationship with her father, turned her gaze toward me and beamed. No way! You should have told me sooner. This is news to me. Anyway, wait in the lounge. Did you check in? I'm so happy to become your relative today. Take care of yourself. If anything happens during the ceremony, tell me right away, okay? See you later. Stacy spoke quickly and tried to leave the place as if escaping. However, I had no intention of attending this wedding. The reason being, Alex and I were planning to cancel at the last minute. I took out the voice recorder hanging from my neck and played it. We didn't prepare a seat for a monster. Go home. I played it over and over again, stopping it, rewinding it, and playing it again. What? What is this? I'm sorry, but your daughter said this, so we will be absent. Stacy stopped in her tracks at this and gave a bitter smile. What? What is that? That's not my voice. The voice recorders these days are handy, aren't they? They can even display when and where they were recorded. Hey, what does this mean? Stacy's father, his face turning red, confronted Stacy. Stacy continued to deny in a teary voice. But even if you say there's no evidence or not, I've been called a monster by your daughter, and have been treated badly since middle school. Because of this, I will also be missing tomorrow's project. Wait a minute, isn't tomorrow an important joint project meeting? It's a major project that will decide the fate of our company. Already, the ads are running everywhere. If the project disappears, it'll be disastrous. Yes, I know, but I will also be absent. Alex came to my side and moved the conversation forward. No way, can't you do something? Well, actually, your daughter was calling my wife in the middle of the night saying something that was almost threatening, so I won't forgive anyone who makes my wife suffer. And now that Stacy's taken her brother hostage, I suggested to my wife that it would be best for us to do this. What? Stacy, what have you done? It's not true. Dad, it's a misunderstanding. There's no way it's a misunderstanding. Ryan came out of the dressing room. His expression was stern, showing his anger. Stacy rushed to Ryan with tearful eyes. It's not true, it's not true, I didn't do anything. But Ryan took out his smartphone and showed a video. In it, Stacy was recorded saying, "Why did she come, despite being a monster? I'll kick her out," and running from the dressing room on the second floor. My buddy happened to be filming you when you came out in your wedding dress. You can't deny it now, can you? Stacy collapsed. I'm truly sorry. I didn't realize at all. I'm the one who should apologize. It's okay. You did nothing wrong. And thanks, Alex. We'll have to call off today, so you can go home ahead of us. Being told this by my brother, I returned home with Alex. Of course, the wedding was canceled. In the evening, Stacy's parents came to apologize, bringing Stacy with them. Naturally, because my brother was involved, the project is to be continued as expected. Work is work. I always thought personal matters didn't matter, and then Stacy was disowned by her parents. The punishment for using her father's name to script the project was severe, they said. Originally, Stacy had secured a contract job through her father's connections, but she resigned after receiving cold treatment, and she's now job hunting. Of course, she has to pay for the wedding cancellation fees and compensation, so she's scraping by with a part-time job now. Meanwhile, my brother continues to enjoy his work. He said he was done with marriage, but half a year later, I got a proud text that he'd fallen in love with my assistant. Of course, she's a really nice person, but as a sister, I'm a bit taken aback by his quick turnaround. Well, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters.